Okay, look. Okay. Right? I am not going to complain about the fact that the game is working now. I think I don't know what's happening. But you know, we're gonna roll with it, okay? We got Mort here. He's still having a great time with this egg. I don't know what's happening. Oh, hey Mort. Hey buddy, you got an egg? Okay. It forgot all of the things that I just did. But whatever. Because we're just gonna... We're gonna hope that Legend of Dragoon just keeps working now. As planned. Impossible. So can you actually hear it? Like, can you hear Legend of Dragoon? Mort, I am gonna take that away from you, dude. Yeah, there's a full egg on the plate. Go eat that one, my guy. I might take that shell away from him. It's quiet, okay. Well, I'm just thankful we're here at all, so I think we might just roll with it. Morty. I'm gonna take that from you, dude. Okay? I don't know why the console's flickering. It's gonna be one of those days. Can you tell? Hey, Draco. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, Mort. The other egg. Finally. Maybe you could eat that one on the plate that I gave you so that it doesn't get all gross. Well, at least he got most of the egg onto the plate and he can come back for it later. Okay, screen's gonna be flickering, I guess. But it's working. I might go wiggle it just a little bit, and then I promise we will start. Because for Pete's sake, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. Now, hopefully, I can cozy into my little stream nest that I have here. Okay. Well, you don't really get to see Mort eat these, it turns out, because he's choosing to be in, like, the worst possible place. But he's very much enjoying these, I'll have you know. Clearly. Thank you, villain. I even like moved it way over so he would be in the camera. And he's in the camera, in a manner of speaking. So, okay, I think everything's working. It's only been like 10 minutes. So yeah, when we left off last time... What happened when we left off last time? I'm just gonna go into the Evergreen Forest. I know you can't really see the game right now. That's okay. Mort, my dude. My dude. What are you doing? Huh? There. A little bit of Mort's face. When we left off last time, oh yeah, we defeated the Divine Dragon, Crystal Palace got attacked, Shanna was weird about it. She's like, I'm gonna glow a bit. Don't worry about it. And we kind of met with Lloyd, and then we were like, that's weird. I wonder what Lloyd could possibly be doing next. Hey, thanks, Stream Elements. I've only been here for 20 minutes. So yeah, what could Lloyd be doing next after he stole the divine Dragoon spirit from the divine dragon? After we killed it, mind you. Absolute, like, spawn camper. So, Commander of the Knights rushes to meet us in the forest as we're leaving from defeating the divine dragon. Yeah, he's after the yolk now. Oh look, Mort, I gave you a plate. Useful, huh? Kinda gross, but useful. Oh, Mort. You absolute weirdo. I love you. We were successful defeating the divine dragon. What happened to you? You're injured. So remember, the Bartle brothers came out of the forest and they were like, hey, humans killed my sister, so I'm gonna kill all humans. And Wink was walking through the woods and Lloyd was like, can you not though? Like, can you stop being such a menace on society? And so Lloyd and Wink kind of have a crush on each other. But that was how the commander got injured. He got attacked by a Wingly. Queen Teresa was abducted. That's all we need to know. By who? A man called Lloyd. I'm so surprised. We're too late. What were you doing? Do you know where he took her? I love that Miranda just walks up to this guy. I know you can barely see, but they're on the left side of the screen, so it's fine. Miranda walks up to this guy and just threatens to punch him again. Sister Wink might know something. My sisters are safe, aren't they? Everyone's waiting for the group to come back to the Crystal Palace. Alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Oh. Mort. Get uppies, Mort. Okay, so you can mostly see the screen. Not much is actually happening. All we needed to know was that the queen got abducted by Lloyd. That's the only important part. But Mort is just about done, so... we'll make the camera small again. And, like, set up the rest of stream. Good, Mort? You like your eggies? I have so many quail eggs, villain. Like, I'm giving him 2 now. But I had to buy, like, a pack of 16. So... he will get plenty more. Because of your special treats redemption. Don't you even worry. Alright, Mort. Let's put you back where you belong. For some reason, you're not entirely cropped correctly, but whatever. There. Cool. Yeah, we can give him chicken eggs. We have to break those for him. With the quail eggs, obviously, we can... we can just give him. And then he'll crack them himself. But they're like way too big if we give quail eggs. So, or if we give chicken eggs. So... we gotta crack those for him. Hey, Dragon Sage, thank you for the good luck. Apparently I need it. Couldn't get my stream to work for like 20 minutes. Alright, we're good. We're good. I haven't been able to find duck eggs. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to give him duck eggs. But I've never been able to find them. You would think I could find them at the Asian grocery store where I get, where I get the quail eggs, but... What do you mean Queen Teresa was taken away? What happened? Yeah, like maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, or maybe like I keep thinking that they're chicken eggs and they're in the same spot, you know? A few days ago, when the howling of the dragon from the Mountain of Mortal Dragons stopped, we assumed he had been successfully vanquished. Everyone was happy about it. How long has it been since we've stopped hearing the howling of the divine dragon? It's been about a week. Don't worry, Sister Luana said the feeling of the divine dragon is gone. Oh, they sell them cooked and marinated. I like our Asian store because it's like super authentic. Like they have a million kinds of fish and stuff. And so I bet they had them if I would just look more closely. I'm back, Wink says. I have good news for you, Queen Teresa. As Sister Luana said, it seems they defeated the divine dragon. I'm glad. Now we can focus on the recovery of the country. I appreciate it, Wink. Please give the knights their well-earned rest. About the knights, my knighthood is currently being treated. I think you mean just the commander, because when Bartle attacked the knights in the forest, 2 of them got yeeted off of a cliff, so I'm not sure they're being treated for their injuries, if we're being honest. A Wingly who had something against humans suddenly raided us. Hi, Mort. Morty, can you not clean your face on the camera? Can you not wipe egg all over the camera, please? Mort is very particular, and he likes to make sure his face is clean. Usually in between bites, but especially when he's done eating. And he's cleaning his face using the camera. Winglies attacked you. According to Miranda, they're a friendly species. Some of the Winglies are militant. This gentleman repelled them so that we were able to come back to the castle safe and sound. Let me introduce him. His name is Mr. Lloyd, Your Majesty. It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. So, I don't know. It's up to you whether you think that Lloyd actually likes Wink, or whether he's just using Wink to get right to the Queen. That Google Translate lens is amazing, isn't it? It's awesome. Not only that, it was Mr. Lloyd who gave us the good news of the successful vanquishing of the divine dragon. How did you find out about it? It was a coincidence. I saw Sister Miranda and her companions who completed the vanquishing in the Mountain of Mortal Dragon Tomb. I understand. Let me express my gratitude to you. Actually, it was not the first time I was saved by Mr. Lloyd. Oh, I remember. This gentleman is the man of fate Sister Wink was talking about, isn't he? She gets embarrassed. Queen Teresa, she was saved from the bandits in Danao by this gentleman, too. It wasn't a coincidence, wasn't it? Was it? Helping Wink and coming here? Sister Luana, what are you talking about? The murderous intention you conceal inside. You cannot disguise it from me. Wink said he stay back. I felt it too. Something very wrong. I hadn't intended to make a scene. However, sometimes it can't be avoided. Mr. Lloyd, what on earth? What do you want? I desire the moon mirror. How did you know about it? You don't need to worry about that. You should just take me there, Your Majesty. Answer me from the beginning. From the beginning it was your purpose? I just desire the power to create a utopia. Queen Teresa, he's reading your mind. Shall we go to the last divine moon object? Whoosh, he says. So yeah, Lloyd just abducted her in order to get to the moon mirror, which is the last moon object he needs. We are doing a great job of preventing him from accomplishing literally every single one of his goals. We should get bamboo steamers, to be honest. Mort, do you want more eggs? Is that what you're saying? We just had sukiyaki this last weekend, and it's so nice to be able to actually, like, get stuff from an actual Asian grocery store and cook it in an actual nabe pot, you know? All that kind of stuff. We get like authentic gochujang. It's super nice. I love it. I love living where we live because there's a big Japanese population. I know gochujang isn't Japanese, but so we have access to a ton of our favorite foods. I understood none of those words. Sukiyaki is really good. It's a kind of a variant of nabe, which is a Japanese dish where you have like sort of the base of miso soup, and then you just boil a bunch of ingredients in it, and you just sit there and like eat out of the boiling stuff repeatedly. So like you throw in a bunch of Napa cabbage and let it boil for a little bit, and then sit there and eat it, and put meat in there and cook it a little bit, and then let it, and then eat it. Yeah, hot pot, exactly. It is very delicious. The last divine moon object. Is he gonna end this? Where's the moon mirror? In the tower of Flanville, to the west of Kashua Glacier. Teresa is the key to the tower. I'll take care of the rest. We'll bring Queen Teresa back. We're not gonna let Lloyd get what he wants. I don't know, you've literally never succeeded in stopping him before, so... Alright, let's go! We get a little bit less lore this time, until the end. The end of Disc 3 is just a huge lore dump. But we have to get through Flanville in order to reach Velweb, where that happens. I'm planning on getting through Disc 3 today. Sadly, we're not gonna go fight Faust. Because in order to actually fight him, you need to get all 50 Stardust. And we have neither the time nor the capability to do that right now, since you need to be at the end of the game and then come back. Since some of the Stardust is on Disc 4. Yeah, Mort has decided to stick his head in his little bird feeder thing back there. And as we all know, once his head is gone, he's invisible, so I don't know where he went. He's a very good hider. But yeah, thanks for the eggs, Villain. He'll get a bunch more off stream. Don't want to give him too many eggs at once, but... Forgot that she has a different edition? Oh, he's still doing Gust of Wind Dance? I'm not sure that I want that. I did it though. Like, it's a really strong attack, but we need to finish up some of his other ones as well. Somebody leveled up. Yes, this is on an actual PS1, correct. Which is why sometimes it freaks out a little bit. It's an old piece of hardware that was apparently just sitting in a dusty closet for a while. A while being like 6 years. Hey, he knows 5 ring shattering now. Okay, you... Oh, I hate to do it. It hurts. To just have Albert doing Harpoon, but it's the one that needs the most work, so... Morty! Oh, Mort! Look at him! Hi, Mort! Is that cozy? Sorry. Yes, Draco. If you're talking about the Legend Cask being the thing that helps you take, like, more than 50% less damage, yeah. It's really, really, really hard to defeat Faust without at least one copy of that. And ideally, it should be on Dart because he's probably gonna die anyway. Yes, cost 10k each, which I can almost guarantee you that by the time we get to the end of Disc 4, we will not have amassed 10k. 10k is a lot of money in this game. What noise am I hearing? Oh, it's the dog. The dog is like dreaming and doing like those little noises. What a cold place. It pierces through my aged bones. It's a land where the earth is eternally covered under ice. I understand that it must be harsh on someone who's never been here. Darn, I'm totally dying. Do you often visit such a place, Miranda? She slipped. It's been a while since I came all the way here. But I would often come here to find solace from my loneliness. You've got such a kind mother like Queen Teresa. How could you have a lonely time? I said no lore dumps, but here we are. Her Majesty Teresa is not my birth mother. My true birth mother abandoned me. After that, I met Her Majesty Teresa. She cherished me when I was alone, as if I were her real daughter. Since then, I've never felt loneliness again. Let's go. So yeah, sadly we're not going to fight Faust, who is inarguably one of, if not the hardest fight in the entire game. Which is why he's an optional boss. The funny thing about Faust is that he's real smart, so like the person who attacks him always gets attacked back, and every single time you attack Faust, he attacks back with anywhere from 2 to 5 of his own attacks. So he basically gets 5 turns, sometimes, to every one of yours. And his attacks are strong. He is strong as hell. I just am not on it today. Yeah, this is a mammoth. Body horror mammoth. Yeah. Okay, can I just pay attention and do this time? So we're gonna make it through Kashua, we're gonna make it through Flanville without Faust, and we are going to make it through Velweb, which is kind of saying something because there's gonna be a lot of fights there. Optional fights that I definitely want to do. Oh, your birthday's soon. When is it? We just-ish passed my half-birthday. So mine is still not for quite a while. Neither is Husbando's. Okay, pretty sure this is the right way. The 27th, nice. I got a little penguin buddy here. He reminds me of a Delibird. That's what I always think of. Wow, that was bad. Jade, hello! Nice to see ya, how you doing? Oh man, additions are so hard here. And also, that's the worst place for a counterattack. Additions are so hard here because the background is light colored. So if you don't have big enemies like this, it's hard to see the boxes. I'm doing well, Jade, thanks. Oh, I can't believe he has to do Harpoon. That's so disappointing. We're gonna go against Wendigo with a Harpoon. Come on. But yeah, I'm glad we actually got to do Legend of Dragoon today. That was like what I was in the mood for. I didn't want to have to switch to Sumo. So I'm glad we got it working. I don't know what on earth was wrong, but I guess restarting. Oh, big yawn, Morty! Go, go, go! Yeah! I guess restarting OBS helped, so. And I don't have too awful much work. My intern is working on something. Boy, I cannot do Madness Hero for some reason. I did a decent amount of work this morning. We're looking pretty good. Okay, pretty sure Flanville's this way. According to my memory, Tower of Flanville should be this way. Okay, just kidding. I am abjectly wrong. That's the way out. That's the way to Velweb. My bad. Oh, these poor guys. They sell things. Ooh, gushing magma's kind of nice. I'll buy something out of pity for them standing here. Customers! There's really customers here. Can't believe it. Sorry, I forgot about you momentarily. I sell weapons, and I sell items. We're peddlers. Must be fate meeting you here. Such a chance, why don't you buy something? Think of this as charity. Well, why don't you go somewhere else? Do it! Do it, villain! I'm assuming you mean Last Guardian by LG, right? Tell me that's what you mean. Yeah, I'll buy this. You don't... Ugh. Eh. Hers is pretty good. Hers could use some work. Well, but she can just have Shanna's flash arrow. Okay, listen. I'm gonna buy this for him. For reasons. Don't worry about it. Yeah, do it, villain! Let me know if you need any help. Like, I'm so happy to help. You have no idea. Alright, I think that's all we're gonna get for now. Alright, so their other brothers are around. We can stop and say hi. And actually, villain, Usurpering, who is the current... I want to say she's like 5th, 4th place, somewhere around there. Is racing me in Last Guardian at the next Frame Fatales in August. I don't know why I just didn't hit the button. So we'll have another Frost or Flame Fatales or whatever. Last Guardian, which is kind of cool. But yeah, DM me or whatever if you like when you actually want to start learning, because I made a guide. I'm happy to obviously answer any questions, whatever. Plus there's the Team Eco Discord if you'd like to join and get some help, or you can just ask me, either way. I know some people don't like to join Discords because they're like already in so many. I'm kind of like that, so... Really passed on Flame Burge. The best weapon. Aren't Flamberges usually, I'm gonna leave you to your own devices, buddy. Aren't they usually like squiggly? Kinda like their blade isn't completely straight. Isn't that a thing? Oh, status effects. So many, this is great. Okay, bye. Not exactly what I intended, but okay. Yeah, it resembles a flame, exactly. What's the Burge part of it? I have no idea what that means. I can't think of like what that would... Anytime I have a question like that, I feel like I failed to deserve a linguistics degree. Because I should probably know that. Bye, Mort. 99 experience, you joshing me? I would live in a town called Flameburg. Flameburg sounds like the name of, like, the next town over from where you grew up in an RPG. Yo, okay, I remembered my way down on the first try. Hoggers. We heard some kind of noise. Probably not important. Mort? Oh, Mort! Hold on, Morty, no! He was up on the top. And now he's hopped down, but still. What a good climber, dude. Oh, that probably makes sense. Blue Tongue, you are smart. See, this is why I keep y'all around. Smart people. Congo feels monster angry about we entered here. I can't imagine what they're thinking to live in such a cold place. Monster don't know coldness. Monster only knows to kill. It wants kill us. Thank you, but no thank you. Here it comes. So, I was complimented today. Yeah, of course. So this is a Wendigo. This game's interpretation of a Wendigo, which I think is cool as hell, but for those who are unfamiliar, Wendigos are like a fairly common, I don't want to say mythical creature, but part of the like spiritual aspect of many indigenous tribes. They're often preceded by cold, so it's appropriate that he lives here. But they're usually associated with like greed or hunger, like in a bad way, you know. You can call a Wendigo to you by basically being a jerk. Yeah, they're across a decent number of Native American tribes' belief systems. So I think it's kind of cool that he appears here. CJ, hello! Shavil, hello! Blue Tongue, I don't think I actually said hello to you, even though I complimented you. Hello. And Shade Strike as well. Hi, everybody. CJ, when you say you're back, you mean like you're back? You're done questing? How did it go? Did you spend time telling Marty how beautiful he was? Home. Good. Glad you made it back safe. I asked Quo something the other day, so I know that Quo was not with you the entire time, but hopefully you and what's his goober, Cece had fun. Don't tell him I said that. Yeah, that's right, villain. Everybody watch out, it might hit us. Thanks, Dart. That tends to be how fights go. He's a bright one. We got a real winner here. Oh, every blue tongue skink needs a log. It's mandatory. It's part of the contract. I cannot do this final hit on Madness Hero, and Madness Hero is like the simplest edition ever. What am I doing? Wait, does every blue tongue skink have that log? Right? It's always exactly the same shape. We actually have 2 of them. Husbando picked them out for Mort. So, because we weren't really focusing on the fight here for the last couple minutes, I cannot, okay? I cannot. The Wendigo snatched Albert, and any damage that we do to the Wendigo will also be done to Albert. And despite the fact that it's modded and we can't die, we can kill Albert in that way. Like, this doesn't count for the mod, so we need to actually, like, not attack him so that he doesn't just die. Which is why I'm not attacking the Wendigo. Folks, what is wrong with me? Why can't I do this? So yeah, Al is just kind of hanging out in the Wendigo's ribcage at the moment. You can kind of see him. Welcome back, Twiz. Nice to see ya. There he goes. So now that he's out, we actually get to do a ton of damage to the Wendigo's heart. Dart is not gonna do a good job. So... Gushing Magma should not be one that I have to push. Oh yeah, it totally is. Oh heck, I wasn't ready. 224, I think. Yeah, you only get to do 1 on the heart, but I wanted to make sure. Spear Frost, how dare you? Holy Jesus. That's a lot of damage. Poor Dart. Rest in pieces, bro. Only you could die. The only thing keeping you alive, my friend, is my generosity. Hey Rick, how you doing? Nice to see ya. Also, Twiz, bagel and cream cheese sounds amazing right now. I'm really hungry. Are you the kind that just does a tiny little schmear? Or are you like me, where it's like, I would only like a little bit of bagel with my cream cheese? It's mostly cream cheese. Man, I'm concerned about my controller. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's vibrating something fierce. I did it! For Pete's sake! Halfway between medium and schmear. Yeah, I love a ton of cream cheese. Villain, I get that... Don't judge me, okay? I get that way with butter. Not just like, you know, the standard butter, but like if you actually go out and buy like the nice grass-fed butter. Sometimes I just want to like take a chunk and just munch it. Butter feels so like soothing and wholesome. You know what I mean? Because butter, when not in excess, right, has good fats and stuff in it, and something in my brain is just like, yes, yes, nourish me, you know? Can I just point out, by the way, I was waiting the entire game to get Madness Hero because it's really easy and really fun, and I have done it probably like 5 times. So that probably indicates Villain and Viv, probably both of you, based on what you're saying, are also the kind of person... Oh good, they took Dart. The worst of us. I'm not at all concerned. I wonder what happens if you have 2 party members dead and he takes the 3rd one. You just lose? I don't know. Anyway, I imagine that you all are also the kind of people who just like, for like 1 week a year, just toast. Toast is the best thing on the planet. You have to have toast for every meal. You know what I mean? It just comes on suddenly and you're like, toast is the best invention ever. Yeah, quick takeout Dart. Now's my chance. Using butter as a spoon. I wouldn't say no. You know, I could get it. For 365 days a year. Look at how fast Maru gets to go. She gets to go like 50 times because of her boots. She has those dancer shoes that we got in Cadessa. Excuse me, the Forbidden Land. One. 0? I'm sorry? What do you mean 0? I can't. I can't. What is wrong with me? See, anytime that I have... I don't know, it's kind of weird. Anytime that I have a spread that's not butter, so like jam, you know, icing, whatever, I want it to be not a lot. I was focusing that time and everything. But butter, I want it, and cream cheese, I want it to be just the whole thing. Like, you think that's enough butter, that's false. More butter, you know? But yeah, if it's a donut, a cupcake, a cake, anything like that, I want really thin icing, and then mostly just whatever the thing is. Because otherwise, I feel like it gets too overwhelming. Which is why I don't super like the artisan cupcakes. Because they put, like, just as much icing as the cupcake is tall. And I'm like, what? What am I gonna do with all this? You know? Shavil, I will have you know that I did draw a baguette on the package as requested. I did it! I very quickly drew a baguette because they were... Stop taking Owl. Take Dart. They were getting frustrated with me having to fill out the customs forms, so I didn't have time to, like, really draw a baguette, but I drew a quick one in a place where I hoped that they wouldn't see it and tell me to, like, not do that. Allergic to cream cheese. Are you, like, lactose intolerant? I don't know what cream cheese has in it that milk might also. Like, maybe it has... What's that called? Casein? Oh, the stabilizer. That makes sense. It is kind of true, right? Because I'm not necessarily on the bandwagon of, like, GMOs are bad, eat all natural, whatever. Like, GMOs are just a thing. To me, there's nothing inherently wrong with them. But it is true that we put a lot of kind of weird stuff into food to make it, like, stable, shelf stable. So I could totally see somebody being allergic to something like that. As if people aren't allergic to completely natural things, like bees. Ah, so close. I'm not allergic to anything. I have sensitivities to some things that has to do with, like... So, like, for example, your liver processes caffeine on one specific little kind of cell. The specific cell that processes it is number 450. So some people, those, like, don't really work. And so they can't drink caffeine without it just, like, absolutely wrecking them. But that's not an allergy, right? It's just a sensitivity. Alright. It's probably gonna be Maru, yeah, because she moves so fast. Keep your grundle open, please. 1! Okay, I don't know why Maru couldn't do damage, but... Bees aren't natural. Like birds. Birds aren't real. Neither are bees. What does that mean for the birds and the bees? I knew I was ace for a reason. Oh, slightly allergic to bananas. You know, that's funny. Because I think that actually kind of happens semi-frequently to people. Where they're like, bananas are a little spicy. This is weird. And it's actually because they're, like, very slightly allergic to it, but not enough to cause, like, a full reaction. It's weird that you specifically single out, like, underripe bananas. I wonder what it is in it that makes that happen. No one can prove birds are real. Where's the lie, to be honest? So capsaicin villain just, like, hits extra hard for you, anything that has capsaicin in it. I'm fine with spicy things. Like, they don't bother me. But I don't like to eat them, because then the only thing you taste is spicy, right? You don't, like, taste the thing anymore. If it's strong enough, so... I don't know. A little bit of spice, I'm good. Oh yeah, mild salsa requires chips and milk. We make a kind of Korean spicy pork. Sort of like bulgogi. Not entirely. And I'll always have milk with it, even though it's listed as, like, mild, the sauce that we use. Because again, like, it's not too spicy, it's just, like, every now and then I want to, yeah, take dart. Every now and then I want to chill out and, like, you know, not taste just spicy. I messed up. Kimchi to me, well, I guess it depends on what kind you get. We usually get kimchi that isn't spicy, but it's very pungent. Also, does Mort like bananas? Bananas are, like, Mort's favorite thing on the whole planet. He will eat bananas all day, every day, until he's super fat. Which is why he doesn't get them very often. But yeah, kimchi to me usually is just really pungent. It has a very... it's somewhere between sour and bitter flavor. That's not bad, like I like it, but it kind of has to be with something else. I don't just want to eat kimchi, you know? Someday we'll kill this Wendigo, by the way. We've been fighting him for like 20 minutes. Hey, at least I can do Albert's edition, because his is only one button. Okay. How is your heart doing, dude? It's yellow. I'm not gonna take the chance of Maru being the one to attack. Maru, I said no. Because for some reason she did 0. Dart should be fine. Hey! Good. We got him. Jeez. Yes, Shabil. You got here just in time for us to fight Wendigo for 30 minutes. Because he's health gated. So I'm pretty sure you can't actually kill him without hitting the heart however many times we hit it. 3 or 4. So you like have to go by the pace of the fight, you know? Thanks to that, I got warmed up. Hurry up, we're moving on. The Tower of Flanville's back there. Ew, let's go. No Faust. Sad. We don't make soup enough in this household. I make soup kind of often, but not enough. There's Flanville. It's the ruin where the moon mirror was placed. It's a swirl. Again, this doesn't seem to be built by humans. No, Al, because this is a Wingley artifact, so yeah. No, it's not. According to the legend, it was the Wingley's floating fort during the Dragon campaign. I heard. This can fly? Wingleys in the past used to have an enormous amount of magic power. Then it wouldn't be strange if this much magic power is concealed in the divine moon objects. For the people of Serdio, for King Zyor, and for Princess Emily. No, this is a life or death matter for all of Endinus. That's even more of a reason. We must stop the ambitions of Lloyd here. Okay, are you actually gonna do that, Dart? Or are you just gonna let him get away again? Because that's what you're very good at. So, for those of you then who have kind of weird interactions, spirit rings are good. Weird interactions with other kinds of foods, bananas, capsaicin, whatever. Does cilantro taste like soap to you? Oh man, I have to remember how to do this. Is this right? I do too, villain. Oh, wrong one. Came from that one. Dart, go the other way. Bingus. I don't think this is right. Oh, it is! First try! Way to go, brain. Thank you for remembering. We had all those options and we got here on the first try. The moon mirror's in there. Oh, root beer tastes like soap. I guess I can see that. I see it a little bit. The Dragoon spirit of the divine dragon is resonating. Presumably because Lloyd still has it with him. Lloyd, finally we cornered him. Bro, he can teleport. What makes you think that? Alright, we're gonna fix Maru's thing. Her fear status, if I have something. Yeah, I do. Cool. Up we go. So Lloyd is actually here. I appreciate your cooperation. What are you? Hey, Lloyd. Here they are. I just got all 3 Divine Moon objects. Now with my 3 starter Pokemon, now the world will be reborn into the utopia that Emperor Diaz and I desire. The world will be reborn? What are you talking about? You should know, Your Majesty, the evolutionary plan created by the Great Will, Soa, and the flow of evolution woven by the Divine Tree. So Lloyd is basically... This is kind of trippy, because like Lloyd is talking to this one person and being like, hey, I'm just gonna confirm that specifically your religion is correct. Everybody else, fake. But yours, like, that would be super surreal. You humans are merely the 106th in the plan, and we Winglies are the 107th. I desire the 108th evolution. I desire to create a utopia created by the last species. For that, I will use every conceivable means. That's all you want to say? I'll let my sword say the rest. Shall we finish up? So hey, we actually get to fight Lloyd. We've been chasing him since Disc 1. So we're not going to turn into Dragoon, because as you may surmise, he's holding the Dragon Buster and that will absolutely wreck us. So this is meant to be a physical fight. However, he can still kill us, because we're all technically Dragoons. So he can still one-shot us, like regardless of the mod or anything, we can still die. Which is why I saved. The secret 108th species, it's ferrets. Lloyd's attacks take so long. Like, he's so flamboyant. Like, this is seriously like 45 seconds or something on a single attack. So according to the religious texts that were shared with us by Bishop Dillpickle, almost 2,000 damage to Al. The Divine Tree had 108 fruits, right? But only 107 of them actually, like, hatched into the species of the world. The 108th fruit is the moon that never sets, basically, the gods, which are trapped in the sky. Oh, apparently a group of ferrets is called a business. Oh, it's Morts, for sure. Has to be Morts. Yeah, basically, Viv, like, he thinks that they're superior because they're, like, the latest, most advanced ones, right? But he wants the one that's even more advanced, so advanced it's considered to be a god. Don't worry, we're gonna get a big old lore dump at the end of this disc. This game is good at that. Now, Cheville, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Oh, too slow. I'm gonna tell you one thing about Lavitz here. All I'm saying, okay? All I'm saying is that the disc art for disc 4 has Lavitz on it. This disc had Shanna. Presumably because she was kind of a big focus, and she will be. She's the center of our lore dump here in a little bit. So, you know, disc 4 has Lavitz, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Does it? It does. It has Lavitz as a Dragoon on the front of the disc. He's truly the Jesus. Uh-oh. Okay. I thought this was the instant death attack. He has kind of a similar animation for the instant death where it like pans behind him. My call was that he'd be the final boss. Alright, well, we'll keep that in mind. Whoops. I do appreciate the consistency, by the way, because that attack is almost identical to the one that Lennis did. Which highlights not only their relationship, but also, like, continuity among Winglies in general. Like, there was love and effort put into this game. It still kind of sucks, but you can feel it, you know? Jesus is kind of the final boss. Kinda true. He even has multiple faces. Oh, never thought about it that way. Not gonna argue about that, actually. Mort is super sleeping, by the way. He's got those eggies in his tummy and now he's super happy. So I cleared Maru's fear so she would be doing more damage, but Lloyd is just pretty thick, to be honest.
Over here.
Bruh. Yeah, Shavil, you missed the eggies. Well, it's alright, because the first, like, 15 minutes of the stream were just pure chaos anyway. I couldn't get the game to display. I couldn't get Mortcam to display. I couldn't, like, boot up Sumo either. Truly, it was a trip. Stream died. But we gotta make it through Flanville. We gotta make it through Velweb. Velweb is gonna be... maybe not like a ton of reading, but Velweb is where the lore dump is, because Velweb is a historic city. Like, it was the center of the human resistance in the Dragon campaign. Notice how Maru never misses. Because her speed stat is so high. Hey, I mean, he's not killing us, which is great. He's more likely to do it if you turn into a Dragoon. I didn't kill OBS on purpose. It just kind of closed. To be fair. But I guess that was for the best, since it's working now? Might use an item or two on Lloyd. Let me see if Al ever hits. Thank you. Oh, his damage is so much better, though. Dart. Maru can sacrifice one of her turns for an item. Yeah, the smallest one it came in was 16, but it's fine. They will get eaten. Ryan, tell me you were here, like, 3 minutes ago when Shade Strike said that Jesus was the final boss and he has multiple phases. Because I feel as though, as a youth pastor, or a youth minister person, you would find that amusing. I liked it. Oh, I forgot to use Maru's turn for an item. I just said it. I'm not really sure why he's choosing that attack. I mean, it does a lot of damage, for sure, but I don't know. There are better attacks to use against Maru, or just use a Spear Frost on Dart and he will just crumple. We might make it through this fight without his instant death attack, which would be great. He was doing it all the time to Husbando. I think we're just getting very lucky. Oh, he's speedy. Al does a ton of damage, but there's a chance that he misses, sadly. Might honestly be better to take his turn to do it instead. I don't really want to use all attacks because single enemy, you know, it seems like a waste. What is a pellet gonna do, really? But okay, let me mash real quick. Oh man, 230. That was a nice suboptimal mash. Maru missed? Really? I say suboptimal mash because there's a different way to do it for the speedrun, but I don't want to bork my controller, so... It's not very good for the controller to do it that way. So you're aiming for like 260s in a speedrun, and getting 230 without using that technique is pretty decent, I think. Highest I've ever gotten is 248. Hit, Al. Thank you. Nice. He's almost done. Is he feared? Did that status actually work? I highly doubt that. So we finally get to confront Lloyd. After all of these discs. Surely this will be the end of our story. Not like we have an entire other disc to do. That is a good movie. You're right. Aren't there like 4 of them now or something? 3, 4? Lloyd, you're dead, bro. Acknowledge it. Bruh. I'm gonna hit you with another pellet. Right in your face if you don't die, please. Yeah, I don't know. I think there are very few series that even need 3 movies, if we're being real. Thanks, Shade Strike. I appreciate it. Like, How to Train Your Dragon even started to feel a little bit stretched at 3. Okay, not gonna lie. Kinda want him to do the instant death attack to somebody. How dare you? I mean, I liked all three. I think I liked the second movie probably the least, so I did like the third one. But you definitely got the impression that it was fine, you know? I don't have enough MP. Alright, I just want to see... I'm gonna cast something that doesn't hurt him, because I want to see if he'll do the instant death attack. I've heard that the TV show is, by and large, good. Apparently there's some less optimal spin-offs, but like the main series that they spent the most time on apparently is pretty good. Yeah, here it is. I mean, you can't blame him, right? He literally has the Dragon Buster. This thing kills Dragoons. Okay, but now we need to kill him, though. Because if he does that to all of us, we're dead. Ow. It has no MP. Okay, okay. Emergency. I didn't actually expect him to do it, like, right away, so... yeah, we gotta kill him before he kills us. Lloyd, please die. Okay, okay. We're alright. I do that all the time too, villain. When I see How to Train Your Dragon. A little bit disconcerted that Lloyd didn't die at almost 700 damage. I've got this. We're fine. In retrospect, doing everybody as a Dragoon, not a good idea, because we can't, like, get out of it early or use items to res Maru. Final Burst is a really cool attack, though. We've never seen it before. It's the first time I've used it. Please kill him. Sadly, Maru doesn't get experience, but that's alright. We're just here for the funsies. Oh, that was not a lot of damage. Dart. Okay, we won. We did it! Owl should turn back too, yeah. Whew. A little bit spooky, even with the mod. Oh, he dodged. Wow, I'm so surprised. Dart's like, I'm gonna get revenge for my friend. You killed him, you jerk. But he sucks, so is he really gonna get revenge? Hi, Wink. It's Wink, the third Sacred Sister, the one who has a crush on Lloyd. For whatever reason. Oh no, now I'm the bad guy. What have I done? I've sliced the lady in half. Please forgive Lloyd. He murdered my best friend. Friend, in quotes. Sorry, Maru. You don't get experience. Wink's awakening. Albert, don't you need to be upstairs? Lloyd killed Lavitz. I trust Dart with everything. He'll bring us the right answer. I agree. I feel the same way. Ditto. Why? Why did you shield me? Yeah, I don't know why either. Clearly he was doing just fine. He literally stabbed Maru through the chest with a sword. I think he was fine. I took many people's lives away from my own ideals and the divine moon objects. Belushkas, hello! Nice to see ya. This is such a good game. One of my favorite games of all time. I used you. Even if it's the truth, the fact that you saved me is still true. Besides, your death won't solve anything. Actually, I think it would solve a lot. Dart's tasted innocent blood now. Oh no. Shanna was taken away. What did you say? By the man named Emperor Diaz. He told us to bring the 3 divine moon objects and Lloyd and come to Velweb. Emperor Diaz? Finally he's begun to take action by himself. Now, take them to him. Even without me, my utopia will be built by Emperor Diaz. I completed all my tasks. Now I have to settle up for what I've done so far. Kill me, and go to Velweb. I dedicate my death to your departure. Absolutely wrecks him. Is it out of pity? Your death won't bring anybody who died back. Lloyd, I'm gonna make you see it through to the end. Dart, your sword. Your sword, Dart. I paid for that. Your sword! Passion. Is this the power that drives them? Just left his sword on the floor. Shanna was... I see. When we go there, we can reveal the truth about the Emperor Diaz. Whoever he is, he's dangerous. Besides, it's unforgivable to take our dear Shanna as hostage for his utopia or whatever. Exactly! I'll beat him up, whoever he is. Queen Teresa, we're heading to Velweb, and we need the... I understand. I'll let you have the moon mirror. Maybe we were in denial, surrounding ourselves with a comfortable life that really was stagnant. Yes, we humans are not the only species, and all species were given life by Soa's plan. Now's the time to remember. The assault of the Divine Dragon, the existence of Winglies, the Divine Moon objects, the utopia that Lloyd and Emperor Diaz desire. And you, Dragoons. Everything is forcing us to remember it, as if things were manipulated by some great will called fate. Even if so, I don't care. I'll take Shanna back, even from fate. Miranda, you're one of the Dragoons. Go with Dart. Discover the meaning of the fate given by Soa. Okay, bye! Time to go to Velweb. So the answer, Viv, is kind of what we're gonna get in the lore dump. The answer to how they were gonna hatch the 108th fruit. The moon mirror is actually obsolete. We don't need it. Can I ask you one question? Yes. Why did you save Wink twice? I had no reason for doing that. I see. Acquired moon mirror, moon dagger, moon gem. Acquired Lloyd! Sadly, we don't get to fight with Lloyd in our party. Yeah, no reason, right? Turns out Lloyd is a bad liar. And maybe actually not that bad of a person? You know, like, he's definitely murdered a lot of people. That kind of makes him a bad person. But... oh man, if Lloyd replaced Dort... best day ever. Okay, can we just buy? Okay, thank you. So yeah, like Lloyd's not the worst. He's literally just trying to like make the planet better. It's a pretty common villain trope, right? Like I'm gonna remake the world and make it better this time. But like I think kind of his heart's in the right place. And he didn't want to be like dictator over the world or anything. He was willing to let Dart just straight up kill him. As long as we took the moon things to Emperor Diaz. It didn't have to be him specifically. The me trope. That's right, villain. Almost there. So we're on our way to Velweb. Velweb is where Disc 3 ends. We get a pretty significant lore dump that finally a little bit ties everything together about like why we need these moon objects. Tying into Viv's question about like why the 108th fruit didn't hatch and all that stuff. So much potential. I like all of those options. Like, I feel like it's a little sad because we don't get to have Lloyd like in our party for very long. So it's kind of sad that they didn't let you play as him. 108th fruit is people who like cilantro. Alright, Tort. Get out of my life, bruh. We are nowhere near done with Harpoon, which makes me very sad. I love Gust of Wind Dance, and I just want to keep doing it, but we gotta max everything out. We gotta have our good additions and everything. Meanwhile, Maru, because of her dancer's shoes, is going through these, like, super fast. Her additions are gonna outpace her levels, to be honest. That's fine, though. Somebody leveled up. Probably Kongol. I don't know. Alright, let's get out of here. To Velweb. We are actually gonna do the optional stuff in Velweb because I like it a lot. It's... Dort. Move. Some of my favorite content. Plus a lot of experience. And fight. So, not Faust. There's a spooky, like, apparition guy down in here that we're not gonna go do. Okay, I did Madness Hero from that angle, but I couldn't do it dead on in the back, really. Whatever you say. Alright, so we gotta go through the snowfield real quick. We're gonna have a quick conversation with Lloyd. I have something to tell you before we go to Velweb. about Diaz. You see, with this blizzard, it's not a bad time to take a break. Make the world regenerate. I think the translations are going to get pretty funky in here. Regeneration of the world. We were here not that long ago, remember? This was the Colosseum in the Forbidden Land. The world now is rotten, like a fallen fruit. This is just fruit game. Emperor Dole lived in the fruitcake palace. Divine tree with all the fruits. It has the same smell as the world ruled by Melbu Frama, the Wingly dictator. The world where inertia is considered to be peace, and the easy path leads to de-evolution. The overture to the destruction has already begun. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about either, Lloyd. You're saying that's the reason why our magic power is deteriorating? It's not only for you Winglies. It's the danger all species are facing. How can we regenerate the world? You Winglies are merely the 107th species. The Great Will, the creator Soa, prepared the last, the 108th. The last species is the last god, which will regenerate the world and lead us to utopia. So he's basically like an advocate of the Moonchild, right? We've learned about the Moonchild coming from the moon that never sets, who fills the world with holy bliss, right? Count 108 years, and when the moon that never sets glares red, the Moonchild descends to the earth and shall give a holy blessing to the world. The Moonchild of this legend is the last species. It's the god that gives holy bliss to the world. That's not true. It is the truth. Why does the black monster continue to kill the Moonchild? Rose doesn't really have an answer for that. That devil wants to stop the evolution after imagining himself scorched to death by the blessed light brought by the last species. Lloyd, what's the relationship between the divine moon objects you've been pursuing and the birth of the Moonchild? The ancient Winglies feared their status as the supreme species would end and sealed up the 108th species. The keys to dissolving the signet are the gem, dagger, and mirror named after the moon. You were going to release the Moonchild, in other words, the god, using the divine moon objects. If I don't do it, somebody else will. Even the last god cannot escape from the fate determined by Soa. That's all I wanted to tell you. The rest will be told by Diaz. If you desire utopia, why did you take Shanna away? What is Shanna to you? All the truth will be told in Velweb. Yeah, it's the Moonchild rapture. Yep. So that's literally your answer, Viv. Is that the 108th fruit is the Moonchild, which is a god. And it's currently sealed. That was how the humans won in the Dragon campaign, because the Winglies were getting their power from the moon that never sets, which is the god. And the humans and Dragoons sealed the god in the sky so that it couldn't provide power to the Winglies anymore, and that's how they won. So there are 3 signets that hold the god in place, like 3, chains basically, and each moon object is meant to be able to break one of them. When we saw the Divine Dragon hit the Crystal Palace, I told you to pay attention to the little orange thing that was falling out of the palace and then shot up to the moon. There was actually a signet in the palace that was destroyed by the Divine Dragon, which is why the moon mirror is obsolete. There are only 2 signets left because the Divine Dragon destroyed one of them because he was powerful enough. So you don't need the moon mirror at this point. The blizzard's over. So yeah, like, literally something happened in a cutscene that you wouldn't understand until you played the game again, which I like a lot. That makes me happy. Why? There was a signet just in the Crystal Palace? I have no idea. I have no idea. So yeah, Lloyd was just collecting the keys to break the signets that hold the god. That's what our entire game has been about so far. Alright, there's a whole bunch of stuff off to the left. Not doing it. Sorry, cool guy down there. And of course there's this back and forth about, like, Rose being like, you guys are not understanding what the Moonchild is. And everybody being like, the Moonchild sounds great, you know? So there's still stuff to be learned there, but... Rose, tell us what you know. Exactly. Here we are at the capital city, Velweb. The Seven Towers. Is Diaz waiting for us somewhere in there? That's the Tower of the Seven Dragoons. No, Lloyd, those are the Seven Dragoon Towers. Come on, translation. The throne of the Holy Emperor is underneath there. We're standing at the legendary place where humans began their liberation. I wonder if it's an abominable place as well. You think too much. It's the same as Cadessa, isn't it? When you drag the past around, you can't walk anywhere. It's true, Maru. The Forbidden Land that was the royal capital of the Wingleys. And this Velweb. Mere historic ruins. Yes. We can do nothing but settle for the present. So, I don't know. It might be an optional thing, so I'll just tell you. This big, like, spider-looking contraption in the background is basically a giant magical laser beam that they used to shoot down the Tower of Flanville, the place that we just were where we fought Lloyd. Because remember, Rose was like, this used to be a floating fortress. But they shot it out of the sky with this big weapon here. And these towers, each tower belonged to one of the Seven Dragoons from the original Dragon campaign. So yeah, the fact that this is obviously a very lore-dense place kind of lends itself to the fact that we're about to get dumped on. I want to be careful with the specific enemies that we encounter here. Some of them can steal from us, and they can steal really, really important things. It was really funny because Husbando chose not to do the optional fights here right away. So you can come back on disc 4 to basically anywhere that you've been. And so he chose to do Velweb later. Whoops. After we already had basically one of the most important items in the game called the Psychedelic Bomb X. And one of those things stole that psych bomb from him, and we had to reset because it got away. Like, you do not want to do the rest of the game without the psych bomb. It's a one-time only item. You can only ever get it once. Super powerful. Oh yeah, of course, Shade Strike. How could you not think to ask him? Obviously. Maru really could have benefited from that XP from Lloyd, but whatever. It's fine. This is such a cool place. I love this place. Ton of fights, of course. Okay, I do not want to deal with these things. These are called like ultra volts or mega volts or something. Maximum volts, yeah. No, come on. They take forever to kill. Let me out, let me out. Let me out! Guys! Maru, you're really fast. Get away. I'm gonna use a total vanishing if you guys don't get out of here. Alright? And that's a huge waste. I'm committed now. Thank you. What happened, villain? What did you miss? We defeated Lloyd. I'm not sure when you left. And basically he just told us that he wants to allow the 108th fruit, the god, to come down and like purify the world. And in order to do that, he's got to break the chains that hold the god. There's 3 signets that are holding the god in place, and that's why he has the 3 moon objects to break those, and that's what he's trying to do. That's that. Let me in, let me in! I love Lion King, it's my favorite Disney movie. Also, Rose is talking about this big weapon. I wasn't sure if we would be allowed to just walk past this. Humans shot huge arrows from there, aiming at the Tower of Flanville. And back then, humans thought this way. That the arrow would not only shear the darkness that covers the earth, but also shear their corrupted hearts, which were accustomed to being ruled. Why are you suddenly starting to say this? I don't know. I still cannot tell. But if we meet the guy who claims he's Diaz, I think we can find out the reason. I'm speaking nonsense again. Let's keep going. A hero from history is waiting for us. So, like, the reason that Rose is kind of suspicious of Emperor Diaz is because Diaz was a human. So, you know, Rose participated in the Dragon campaign. We know that because we saw her. So she's 11,000 years old, but she has a magical necklace that keeps her from aging. And actually, kind of so does Faust, but we didn't get to meet Faust. These guys, get me out of here. I said out. Out, please. Thank you. So Rose has a reason for being as old as she is, even though she's a human. Winglies live like 1,000,000 years anyway, and so do dragons. So it's not surprising that we're seeing like Lloyd and Lennis and all of these people who know about the Dragon campaign because their species lives for a long time. Diaz is just a regular human. He should not be 11,000 years old. So she's suspicious that it's like somebody else. Okay, hold on a second. Let me catch up. A guy called looking for an employee of one of our franchises. First name only in town because his wife was run off with him. And he wanted me to give him his number so he could get a message to his wife through the guy she's cheating with so he can serve her divorce papers. Oh no. Oh no. That's gonna be a yikes from me, dog. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best villain, to be honest. I do unironically think The Lion King might be one of the best movies ever made. I love it! It's so good! So you remember her? Remember Shirley? Anybody? She was on disc 1. She's the one that we got the Dragoon spirit for Shanna from after we answered her questions. And Shirley was like, "Oh, Rose, it's nice to see you again." Because both of them were Dragoons in the Dragon campaign. Except Shirley's a ghost now. I've been waiting for you. Shirley. Why are you here? You ascended to heaven, I thought. Before that, I had something I had to take care of here in Vilweb. I couldn't leave the trapped souls alone in this world. Are you talking about... Yes, the 4 souls of the Dragoons who lost their lives during the Dragon campaign. Their souls were drawn to Mayfill. Mayfill is basically like hell. The gate of the Inferno from which you can never return is requesting the souls of the Dragoons. The Death City Mayfill. We're totally never gonna hear more about that. I thought it was destroyed. I don't know how, but it's true that the gate of the Inferno is open. Rose, I made their souls inert and anchored them in this place. But there's a limit to my power. After you meet Diaz, please visit this place again and lead their souls to heaven. Oh, is it not gonna let me do this right now? I'm very sad if that's the case. The souls of the Dragoons are wandering somewhere in the towers. But we have to take care of something else now. Let's go find Diaz. Oh, it's not gonna let me! Sad. How long ago was the Dragon campaign? 11,000 years. It's not gonna let me. It's gonna stop me, isn't it? So yeah, there are 4 Dragoons here who were the other ones we saw or didn't see and I'm grumpy about in that cool cutscene about the Dragon campaign. And we can actually go, like, fight them and learn about them, and they're really cool people. Oh, is it actually gonna let me go? I hope so. Which tower is this? You can't see until you get to the top. Sadly. Rose is immortal. She has a choker that lets her live forever. Rose made friends with some of the Winglies after the Dragon campaign. We'll hear more about this on Disc 4. And they made her that choker to help her stay alive. For reasons. Couple reasons. So, this room, it's really hard to tell, but this is by far the creepiest one. So there's this bed down in the bottom corner that's just covered in blood. And it's kind of hard to tell what's on the wall, but all of those things along the wall are just like creepy dolls. Just satisfy me. That's one of the Dragoons who lived during the Dragon campaign? Shirley said that she's making them inert. That's why it doesn't recognize us. There's no reason to be here now. Oh, it's not gonna let me after all. I don't think. He's here again. Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. I wanted to do it now. Let's move on. There's no reason to be here. Alright, fine. So yeah, you can fight them, and they're cool. That was Kazus. We saw him in the, like, cool cutscene thing. Just absolutely explode himself. Remember, he said, I might die, but I'm taking you with me, and then he just exploded this barrage right in the face. He's a little bit unusual. So we'll have to come back and check out what's up with them, which unfortunately means switching discs. We'll have to go from 4 to 3, but come on, Dort, satisfy that ghost. Oh, these things are so hard to run from, but they take even longer to kill. Alright, let's go talk to Diaz. Let's get our lore dump. But, so we know Rose was in the Dragon campaign. We know Shirley was in the Dragon campaign. We just met Kazus. In the cutscene we met Belzac, who was, like, Shirley's kind of husbando. The one who had a Virage finger, like, stabbed through his chest. And then the two, so wait, Dart, Shirley, Belzac, Kazus. So that's 4 of the 7. The 2 that we didn't meet, but were in the Dragon campaign and are in Velweb still, are Damia, the blue one, and Soyville, the green one. So we're still missing one. Because there's only 4 in Velweb. Rose is such a mommy. After you meet Diaz, please visit this place again and lead their souls to heaven. I wanted to do it now, Shirley. It's not my fault that you wouldn't let me. But we'll come back because I like them a lot. Oh, one of these spring things. They're the ones that steal from you. Get me out of here. This place sucks for random encounters, despite how cool it is. No, don't take. Thank you. Get out, folks. Run. We cannot get away. Okay, he didn't take anything that time. I'm committed, okay? I'm running away. The fight could have been over if I would have just fought by now, but I'm doing it, alright? Okay, okay, look. Look. Get wrecked, bros, okay? Just leave me alone. Get smooshed by the giant corkscrew in the sky. We're free. Ah, jeez. 247 experience for that. What an attack, right? I knew exactly which one I wanted to use and everything. But yeah, like, when I was young playing this game and knowing like the original Dragoons, they're like here, I could talk to them, you know? That was super cool. I think it's this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? I am on a roll today, folks. Right choices for this and Flanville. Alright, you ready for the lore dump? Oh, come on. Come on. Way to be a killjoy. Oh, 2 of these things. Good. Do not take my stuff. Maru, please, you're fast. Just get us out of here. Okay, we're getting really lucky with them not taking our stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna have to murder things, I guess. You guys suck. You hear me? Beauty and the Beast looking creeps. These things look like they would be in Beauty and the Beast, don't they? No! No! What did you take? Don't even know. Don't you dare. Give it back. I don't even know what it was, but it wasn't yours. Okay, those things are gone. That's fine. We're good. I need a drink before I start reading this big lore dump from Diaz. That's the worst place for a counterattack. Stop that. Oh no, I'm so concerned. Yeah, that's way better. And I still messed it up. Thanks, Al, for temporarily having an addition with only 1 button press. Alright, finally, let's actually get up there. Oh, we were like a fraction of an inch from where we triggered the cutscene. Come on. Hi, Shanna. Was definitely more excited to meet Emperor Diaz than to come rescue you. Diaz, here are all 3 divine moon objects. Probably just, like, try to negotiate first, so just handing them over. There are no more obstacles to hinder our utopia. Release the girl. Fine. Diaz, what are you gonna do with the divine moon objects? Al, we talked about this. Yeah, didn't you hear it from Lloyd? My only desire is the advent of the last species. If you're the true Diaz, you should know what that implies. Total destruction. And Lloyd's like, what? Hold on. Lloyd, well done bringing me the moon gem, moon dagger, and moon mirror. Now we can let the Virage embryo, the god of destruction, the last species we desire, the true Virage, arise. I will create the utopia that you wanted after the Virage embryo purges the world. Everything so far was an overture to that. Yeah, obviously. Lloyd, he showed you a false utopia from the beginning. You deceived me. My utopia exists in the future of this world. What I desire is the creation of the future, not the destruction of this world. So see, like, Lloyd's not that bad of a guy, right? I don't need you anymore. Get wrecked, bro. Diaz, what are you thinking? I don't need to hide anymore. So I love that we get this cool scene, and it means nothing if you've never played the game before. Because, like, he reveals his face, and everybody's like, but nobody knows who he is.
It's been a while. Rose, Dart. Father?
Yeah, okay, so Dart knows who he is. Man, the voice acting is just the worst. So, he reveals his face. Rose knows him. Dart knows him. This is Dart's dad. The one who left to go back to fight the Black Monster. Rose remembers him as Zieg, the Red Dragoon from the Dragon campaign that she fought with. But nobody else knows who he is, so... Lavitz. Good guess. Good guess. Is that really you, Dad? You died with Melbu Frama on each other's swords. Rose, what are you talking about? Dart, you know that she's been in the Dragon campaign. Now I can tell you everything. Can't get that Dragoon spirit up anymore because Dart has it. The beginning of the... Bro. Zieg is like... You know, so tell me what happened. And he's like, well, it all started when I was born. He just starts like way far back. The beginning of the world was an absolute nothingness. Darkness. The creator Soa sowed a seed to the earth. This is the plan of Soa that created all species, the birth of the divine tree. Eventually, the fruit of the divine tree ripened and fell to the ground to fill the world with life. Gigantos from the 97th fruit, Menintos from the 99th, Dragons from the 105th, Humans from the 106th, Winglies with magic power from the 107th, and at the end, the Virage embryo, the god of destruction, was to be born from the 108th fruit. Soa desired the destruction and regeneration of the world by the Virage embryo, the god of destruction. Yeah, exactly, Twiz. Like, we probably didn't have to go back quite that far. However, 11,000 years ago, Winglies found out the tragedy waiting for them and sealed the 108th fruit by separating the flesh and soul. The flesh of the god, the flesh of the Virage embryo, was taken away from the Winglies as the moon that never sets that glows in the sky. So that was the thing in the Dragon campaign that the humans, like, sealed away as the moon that never sets so that the Winglies couldn't have their power anymore. And the soul of the god was captured in the crystal sphere, and Melbuframa kept it, to withdraw unlimited magic power from that and to conquer the other creatures. However, even with unlimited magic power, the domination was not eternal. Humans arose with Dragoons in front. Nothing was their match because they obtained the power of the dragon, and finally, they drove Melbuframa into a corner. I felt certain of my victory, because remember Zieg was fighting there, he was the one who killed Melbuframa. And it was in the next moment, the spell of petrification cast by Melbu captured me. I've waited for 11,000 years, so that's his out, right? For why he's 11,000 years old, he was petrified the entire time. Time, almost eternal, dissolved the spell, and I was released from captivity. Days spent with Rose became the eternal past. And I lived as the father of Dart in this age, until the tragic day in Neat. Unlimited magic power! Itty bitty living space. I cannot believe it. I'm here, that's a fact. Then both Dad and Rose are the heroes of the Dragon campaign? Yes, Dart. Yes. Yes, but that's not all. Humans made a mistake. Silly humans destroyed the crystal sphere, which was the container of the soul along with the royal capital Cadessa. The Virage embryo, the god of destruction, was exultant. It could now be born. The free soul released from the crystal sphere started to wander, in order to go back to the body left in the moon that never sets, to be born as the last god, and to destroy the world. The soul without a body possesses a human body and heads for the moon that never sets by repeating the transmigration every 108 years. So, right, they split this horrible god that was going to destroy the world into its body and its soul. Its body is the moon that never sets, and its soul Melbuframa had, but humans were like, whatever, I don't need this crystal sphere thing, and they broke it. So now, the soul was free to go back to the body and actually, like, become the god. But in order to do that, it has to, like, take the form of a human in order to have a means of moving, right? So every 108 years, the soul tries to go back to the body. You now know the soul of the god of destruction is the Moonchild. The truth of the Moonchild in the legend. Count 108 years, and when the moon that never sets glows red, the Moonchild descends to the earth and shall give a holy blessing to the world. The holy blessing is the destruction. The destruction is so as will. This is the fate that rules the future of the world. Is it Shanna? I bet it's Shanna. But there was one Dragoon who found out about it. In order to deter the birth of the god of destruction, she has had to kill the moon children by stopping her own time. She was even called a demon. That is the true self of Rose, the black monster. And Dart's like, how dare you? Rose is the black monster? So that's why she knows all this stuff, right? And why she keeps pushing back against people who are like, yeah, Moonchild, great. She's made it her purpose for the last 11,000 years to keep killing the Moonchild because she knows that it's going to destroy the world if it actually does what it's supposed to do. Tell me it's not true. The Moonchild has to be killed, and the people around it too, before they become the servants of the god of destruction. Neat too. For 11,000 years there have been no exceptions. I wish I was the Moonchild so Rose could kill me. Why you? Why do you have to be the black monster? Dart, this is a growth opportunity, bro. You could be bigger than this. That's it. What are you going to do? Let me tell you one more truth, since we're lore dumping. Rose, you thought the Princess Luvia you killed 18 years ago was the Moonchild. Remember Princess Luvia? She was the one that everybody was talking about on the ghost ship. But it's not true. Dort absolutely pummeling his head. Too thinky for him. It's too much. Too much for his little Dort brain. So Zieg is like, yeah, Rose, you remember how you killed that princess on the ship that's now the ghost ship because you thought it was the Moonchild? It wasn't. Luvia had a twin sister. Shoot for killing the moon, Dort. If you miss, you'll just kill the stars. Shanna is the Moonchild. Viv, you called it. You got it. Shanna is the soul of the Virage embryo, the god of destruction. So that's why she kept, like, feeling like she was called whenever we were walking around Virage, and why she kept having, like, weird encounters with them. Because she kind of is them, right? I'll dissolve the signet of the moon that never sets and cross it with the Moonchild. In other words, I'll reunite the body with the soul, right? Now I have everything in my hands. Release Shanna. And are you gonna kill her to save the world? I'll kill her. Thanks, Rose. This is the limitation of humans. Zieg, why? All is the will of the creator, so my hands start the world and my hands end the world. Fate desires it. Dad, wait. This is an easy choice, to be honest, right? Bye, Shanna. There you go. That's it. Yes, I do want to save now. That's the end of Disc 3. We end on a, honestly, kind of epic lore dump. I wish we could have fought the Dragoons. We'll have to come back in order to do that. So please insert disc 4. This art is of the moon that never sets, which, as we just learned, is the body of the god of destruction. Dad, don't turn my Leica sister into the harbinger of the apocalypse. That's very true, Shade Strike. Like, if you think about it as Rose killing the Moonchild every 108 years, it's like, oh yeah, totally, Black Monster. But Rose killing Shanna every 108 years? Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that. So yeah, that's it for disc 3. Disc 4 is honestly kind of long, because what we're going to be doing is, you know, obviously Zieg has the divine moon objects, so he's going to be going after the signets to destroy them, so that he can go up to the moon that never sets and put Shanna in it in order to fully make the god, right? So we're going to be chasing him around and trying to stop him from destroying the signets. Like I said before, the one in Deningrad is already destroyed by the Divine Dragon. There was one in Mayfill. I think there was one in Mayfill that was also destroyed during the Dragon campaign. So there's one in Aglis and one in Xenobatis, these two Wingly cities that we're going to go and explore and try to stop Zieg from doing what he wants to do. So yeah, we got to go from place to place. Both Aglis and Xenobatis are kind of long. And then after that, we have like an entire arc of stuff. I'm trying to think of everything that happens. I don't think, even if I like sat down and was like, okay, we're really going to hit disc 4, I don't think I could do it in one day. It's decently long, but we might be able to do it in 2 if we spend like a pretty long time on stream. So yeah, disc 4 is honestly pretty cool. I like it. Your camera's in the way. Let me turn off captions. Who's streaming? Let's see who's streaming. Oh, Foxy's streaming. Helix is streaming. Okay. So, there's a new game called Stray about a cat, right? Where I think you get to play as a cat. Or Helix is playing Rolled Out, and Helix is amazing at Rolled Out. It's really, really fun. Does anybody have a preference? Yeah, it's Neo Tokyo Cat Game, basically. It just came out, so I'm not gonna stay because I don't want to see, like, spoilers for it, because Barry is playing Stray as well. Or, like, maybe Nova is playing on Barry's channel. I kind of want to play it too. I think it'll be pretty fun. But I'm one of those people who, like, doesn't usually buy games as soon as they come out, unless it's something like Elden Ring. So I'm probably not going to get to Stray before, like, next year or something. So I don't know. But it's tough because both Foxy and Helix are not usually live at this time. I know what I'm going to do. Coin toss. Okay, I haven't looked. Heads, we go to Foxy. Tails, we go to Helix. Tails. We go to Helix. Raid. Helix. Cool. So say hi to Helix when you get over there. They are amazing at marble rolling type games. Lots and lots of fun. And I will be back next week with more Legend of Dragoon. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. Tomorrow we're going to be watching some sumo. Hopefully, if I can get my stream to work. You don't need to know anything about sumo in order to join. It's usually just a pretty fun, chill time. Thursday, real quick note. If you didn't hear, one of the cherished runners of our Last Guardian community passed away last week. And so we're all kind of trying to do some Last Guardian related stuff to kind of honor him. And on Thursday, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Lavitz. I'm sorry about what happened to you. But on Thursday, we are going to be just streaming a very quiet 60 FPS showing of The Last Guardian. Most people don't ever get to see it in 60 FPS because technically it's not completable. But I have it in 60 FPS, and I'm not really going to be chatting. I'm not going to be on mic. We're just going to have it playing so that we can enjoy Last Guardian because that was his favorite game. So, say hi to Helix when you get over there. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day. Bye! Hi, I'm still here. I rated the wrong Helix. Hold on. _13. Haha. I did it. My bad. Sorry.